How are you doing? Good? Good. Today we're here with yet another episode of The Mandalorian. Not just any Mandalorian, The Mandalorian. As you might know, as you might remember, I quite liked episode 1, and Star Wars is like my favorite thing ever. Uh, Anything Star Wars, the whole world, I just love so much. I was actually reading some Star Wars book a little earlier, Labyrinth of Evil, specifically, if you know it. I'd never actually read it before. I'm reading the Dark Lord trilogy, as it were, for the first time ever. And I'm listening to some audiobooks from the EU as well. Because I'd never really gotten into the books as much as I did the comics and the games, and I'm trying to change that. But that's its own thing. Long story, short story, I'm looking forward very much to this episode. Because each episode is just Star Wars bliss, the action side, and then just every episode, just new lore to sink my teeth into. So I'm looking forward to it very much. So without any further ado, let us begin. Oh, fuck, Baby Yoda. That's not a good tumble. At least they recover. Oh, damn. God, they're coming out swinging. Baby Yoda's like taking a long time to get up. God, I love the action in this. Such an just good choreographed, non-force, non-lightsaber. As much as I love that, I like seeing, some good old blaster, John Wick shit. Aww. Running up to him. Yeah, now he's like... I didn't know you could remote control like that. Yeah, that'd do it. What you gonna do? Oh, that's cool. Jetpacks seem to be a lot more versatile than the Mandalorian, as we've seen before. I like how bonded him and Baby Yoda have gotten. We didn't really get to see that much in the first episode. Oh yeah, I didn't really internalize that he's got to carry everything now through the fucking Dune Sea. Fucking Jawas. I'm sure it'd be something clever if I could read Arabush. I wonder what dragon tastes like. Rubbery, I think. God, Baby Yoda, do not eat her unborn children, please. Baby Yoda is about to end a line that's gone back 10,000 generations. Big E.T. vibes right there, right? No. Oh, Baby Yoda. That was a child. Yeah, she's probably not going to be counting, right? Ooh, X-Wings. Are we getting New Republic? Yeah. Yeah, that's a few years after the Battle of Jakku. I like the detail that... We're all fine here. How about you? But I like the detail that there's chunks of space that the New Republic isn't in charge of, because they're not. And then also, they're just out there sweeping for holdouts, because the main empire is defeated, but you still have big warlords like Gideon, and then probably small planetary holdouts too. Uh-oh. They mean business. Yeah. These guys probably fought through a couple big battles. Through Endor or Yavin. Don't play with X-Wing fighters. Too many. Jesus, Baby Yoda. This is not... I mean, still cute, but... This ain't it. God, Baby Yoda, like, fucking quit it. Like, you can't just eat those, Baby Yoda. They're gonna... Man, it'd be cool if we got, like, an HK droid. Oh, cool.
What the hell are you doing?
Wait, what's that voice? That's the dude from Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. The president of the hospital. If you know, you know. Part of me wants to be like, you could have tried explaining the situation to the New Republic guys, but then again, some low-level X-Wing grunt and like low-level bureaucracy when you get turned in probably ain't gonna be as sympathetic as if you had a direct audience with Leia or Luke themselves, which Leia, you know, she's hardly the Chancellor of the New Republic, and Luke is off building the Jedi Temple, which will be destroyed by his probably now toddler nephew. There you go to look out. That was a close shot. What was that, a little pocket blaster? Man, good thing you're a good shot. That could have taken Baby Yoda's fucking head off. Oh, well, he repaired it a little bit, so I guess they'll have just to make do. What we got? Oh, no, it is the X-Wing. They landed. What do you know? I guess the X-Wing dudes are cool after all, but they might just be wanting him for questioning. Might want to put the gun down.
We ran the tabs on the Razor Crest.
These three criminals. You two help me fuse my hole so I can get off this frozen rock.
What's the word?
You fix that transponder, and we don't vaporize that antique the next time we patrol the rim.
Right. Tough love. New Republic style. God, X-Wings are so cool. Times like this, I'm like, yeah, X-Wings are cooler than TIE Fighters. But next time I see a TIE Fighter, I'm going to be like, yeah, TIE Fighters are cooler than X-Wings. Has Baby Yoda learned his lesson? No, it doesn't seem so. Or maybe you learned not to fuck with eggs. Maybe that's the lesson. Yeah, it's not worth it, because spiders will come out and try and eat you. Oh, he snuck one. God. It's being played for laughs, but it's kind of morbid. But I do laugh. That's that. Another episode of The Mandalorian Down the Drain. Season 2, Episode 2. There are things I liked about that episode, and some things I was a little on, and that's what we will discuss. Quite liked, first and foremost, getting some New Republic highlight. You know, New Republic is sort of really core to the world building of this era, you know, New Republic era. So I like getting any glimpses we can. Getting to see that we know this, like, on, like, a lore level, and, you know, we've seen it in, like, other media, but it's nice getting, like, reaffirmed that, okay, like, they don't have all the galaxy he went into from a non-New Republic chunk to a New Republic chunk. And I like the idea that X-Wing pilots are just on the patrol for Imperial holdouts, because you have, like, the main, you know, they're in the unknown regions, like, most of them. Then you have, like, a couple Moff Gideon types who are, like, pretty meaty. But you probably have just a bunch of, like, you know, like a squad of stormtroopers are basically pirates, or you have, like, a small space station that's under the control of a commander, or, like, some captain ex-officer who's in control of a little rinky-dink town, and you just fly through, and every now and then you gotta take them out, and those are just so plentiful, it'll fund the payroll for the X-Wing pilots for years and years. And then, of course, people like Moff Gideon, who are probably in non-New Republic space, just rallying their forces and everything. Still really curious whether or not Moff Gideon has any Star Destroyers, because that's what'll really elevate him from, okay, like Warlord, to like, okay, like one of the more, because a Star Destroyer can do a lot. Star Destroyer is a really big deal in terms of what you have going on. I feel like this is a little bit of a weaker episode. I don't want to be negative, because I did like it, but I just feel like, as compared to what I expect from a normal Mandalorian episode, it was a little weaker. I felt like the alien designs this episode were a little uninspired, with just insect, frog, spiders. And then it was kind of interesting following up like the New Republic warrant, but it felt a little weird that they like hunt him down and then they save him at the last minute, and they're like, oh, well, we actually watched the footage and we were helping you. We didn't mention it earlier. Good job. It just felt like, I don't know, it felt a little artificial, I guess, you could say. But it's not like a big deal. It just felt like a little, like, okay, like, this is our moment to, like, pat Mando in the back for what he did, It felt a little out of place, I guess. A little artificial, like I said. Alien designs were a little uninspired. And then I don't have a problem with, like, episodic things, but when the seasons are so short, like 8 or 9 episodes, and now that we're in season 2, I just want the episodic ones to sort of push things forward a bit. And I guess it did, because this alien has a lead to more Mandalorians, and then the start of next episode we'll probably get right into it. But I wish it had, I don't know, a little bit more, like more of a tease or something, get the ball moving a little bit more, because if we had like a couple more episodes in Mandalorian season, I'd be more lax, but I want things to be a little bit more compressed in season 2, in terms of stuff like that. But of course, there is value in episodic adventures, and that's something I really like about Mandalorian. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I would just slightly, like 10% more compressed, in terms of overall storytelling. But first 2 episodes, I can't really. Don't get me wrong, I'm not getting critical of that. First 2 episodes is one thing, sure. And first episode had like a lot of stuff, definitely, as I discussed last time. It's not like we're halfway through the season, it's just like episodic whatevers. But I'm just telling you how I'm feeling right now, right in this moment in time. But overall, I still liked it. It was fun. Another strong thing this episode was reaffirming the bond between Mando and Baby Yoda. We didn't really get any Baby Yoda Mandalorian interactions in the first episode of the season, so it was really good to get reacquainted with their bond, snuggling up, him like, being scared for his well-being, stuff like that, all these different things we saw this episode. So between that and the New Republic stuff, contrary to sort of a couple of my criticisms, I quite liked this episode. It was a fun little adventure on an ice planet. No Tauntauns, no Wampas. It's some other ice planet. Not all of them are the same, of course. But the Baby Yoda stuff, fun adventure, and the New Republic stuff all made it a really cool episode for me. And I like seeing... Oh, and then you kind of forget it because they snuck it in right in the beginning. But the fight scene, that was really cool. Reaffirms there are people hunting over the Baby Yoda. It was a really strong fight scene as well. So overall, really cool. Literally cool. But overall, I'd say it was a pretty fun episode. Doesn't do much in the realm of really pushing the plot forward. But we did reaffirm the connection between him and Baby Yoda, which is really important. Kind of, you know about it, but you kind of need to see it rather than just hear and like know of its existence. But I'm sure in the next few episodes, as we get closer to this Mandalorian cell, we'll see more. I'm wondering at what point in the season, maybe towards the end, we'll get some more of Boba Fett. But I'm really interested to see how that develops. And then whenever we'll get Moff Gideon again, because I'm sure he'll show up. Still curious about the Imperial scientists, though. Saving that in their back pocket. Oh, and it was nice to see Dave Filoni again as X-Wing pilot. He really fits that groove. And yeah, yet again, I quite like the New Republic representation. I just like imagining like those just two X-Wing pilots are on patrol and what they encounter. Like they're like, oh, here's like a ship filled with like stormtroopers, shoot it down. It's like, oh, getting a signal. There's like a holdout of Imperials, like maybe 100 of them. Let's fly in, shoot it, fly out. You know, just like all spread out through the galaxy. Because the Empire was a really, really big organization, even though it sort of fell apart because the Imperial Senate was dissolved in Episode 4. So it just had the military force behind it. I guess that's why it's so hard to beat in a way, because it's so decentralized at that point without Palpatine, Ray Sloan, Vader. So you have all these, it just fractured apart, fell apart, and then it's kind of like you smash a glass, you know, you got all these big chunks, you got some chunks here, but then you have fucking glass there, you'll be finding glass for years and years in your backyard if you smash it, which I guess is my terrible analogy for the Imperials fracturing apart after the Battle of Jakku and Ray Sloan taking much of the forces into the unknown regions to later form, of course, the First Order, which comes to much more relevance as of the sequel trilogy. Sorry, I don't know, why am I apologizing? This is a Star Wars reaction, so I'm talking about Star Wars lore. It's just, I know I can get really deep into it, but if you guys want to hear more of just me going into rants and rambles of Star Wars stuff, subscribe if you want to see more. Otherwise, have a wonderful day.